Hey folks, how's everybody doing tonight? Super excited about this event. Just bear with me here a few minutes. I'm just getting the stream set up, so we will have a live event here very shortly. Hey, how everybody doing out there? Everybody ready? Hey Andrew, how you doing there, buddy?
I'm not hearing you online. I'm only hearing you through the phone. I did not hear you there. Hey Andrew, how you doing there, buddy? So, let's see. He just responded. Doing well. Doing good.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for joining. I truly appreciate it. This is going to be an awesome event. Can't wait to see what Tesla pulls out of their hat this time. All right, folks, 13 minutes away. This should be exciting.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to the Tesla Cybertruck live stream event here. We truly appreciate it. And hey, while you're here, and if you're not a subscriber already, please consider doing so. Would truly appreciate it and help out the channel. 11 minutes and counting. All right, sorry everybody. I think I'm confusing everybody because you see my lips moving, but you don't hear me talking. But I do have audio. I was just muted there. So David just asked if I could talk a little bit about what I would expect or what I expect to see here from the reveal. And you know, it's anybody's guess, but this is what I'm thinking. It's going to have quad motors, minimally, um, 400 miles of range. It is going to have a ton of torque and a ton of payload capacity as well as hauling capacity. It's going to have at least a 1,000,000-mile drivetrain, so including motors and battery. I'm hoping to see that at least be announced with this truck, saying that Elon had already noticed or notified us that on the Tesla Model 3, the newer builds will have 1,000,000 miles of capability on them. So I'm anxious to see what that's going to look like. As far as the design, I have no idea. If you haven't seen my previous video, I did one about all the different renderings that were made about the Tesla truck. and your guess is probably as good as mine. But I am really anxious and excited to see what this thing has. And I also would say that 0 to 60 speeds are going to be between 3.5 seconds to 4 seconds, 4.2 seconds. So we'll see how it goes. All right, everybody, we are about 6.5 minutes away from the event, and I'm going to go ahead and shrink my video here once it kicks off and give you full screen to the live stream event. And I'll be looking in the comment section for everybody's take on what is going to happen and what they expect, and also, the things that may have disappointed you. So make sure that you're commenting with each other and just talking through that. This is going to be a pretty cool event. Something that we haven't seen, at least in this industry. Really, the only competitor right now is Rivian, who is even close to being able to produce a vehicle, and that will be coming out later this year in 2020. But as we go through the event, I'm going to mute myself out, but I just want to make sure that you guys are still interacting with each other in the chat. So have a great time. I hope everybody enjoys the event. Hey, also just to let everybody know, Tesla is never on time, so you're going to see them probably come in anywhere to 10 to 15 minutes behind schedule. And also, just an FYI, we are about 10 or 15 seconds behind because of the stream, but you should be catching up here in just a few seconds. That's not minutes, that's seconds. Sorry, folks. Hey, so Steve just posted a question, which I actually think it's a really good question, and that was, what color do you guys think it's going to be unveiled in? I'm debating between red and black. I think red's a good choice, but I think black for a pickup truck might do it. So what do you think? Comment down below. Okay, as you can see on the screen, Tesla increased the time here by a few minutes. As expected, I wouldn't be surprised if that timer goes back up again. But hey, continue on with the comments. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and it's real interesting to see everybody going back and forth here. Yes, Rivian is certainly advertised mostly in silver, but I was just at that event in Normal, Illinois, and they had this nice, beautiful blue truck. If you haven't seen that video, please go back to my channel and check it out. Pretty cool looking truck in this. I don't know. I haven't. I call it a space blue, but it was really nice looking. So it'll be interesting. And you are right. Red is the Tesla color. All right, we are officially under 5 minutes. I did not see the clock go back up, so hopefully it'll still tick down and we can get this event started. I'm sure if any of you folks are on the East Coast, it is now 11 p.m. It is 10 p.m. Central Standard Time here, so hopefully they get it off on time and we can all get this over and get to bed. We'll have adrenaline rushing and everybody's going to be clicking that link to go ahead and place orders tonight. So hopefully we get this thing kicked off. All right, awesome here. 3 minutes, so probably about the 1 minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and rearrange my screens here so everybody can get the full screen. just bear with me for the few first seconds as I get everything lined up here in the streaming software, and I'll make sure that everybody gets a very good view. Comment down below if you see any problems or anything with it. I'll adjust it as quickly as I possibly can. And again, I truly appreciate everybody joining the live stream here for the buzz tonight. Like I said earlier, if you have not subscribed or checked out my channel, please feel free to go ahead and do so. I would truly appreciate it. And you know, keep those comments coming throughout the event here so everybody can interact and give us your opinions, thoughts, and concerns. And I'll pose one question. When do you think Tesla is going to have this thing produced? When do you think it's going to be on the road? 2021, 2022? Let me know your thoughts. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing lined up for us to start enjoying the event. Again, thank you all so much for tuning into the channel and the live stream. I truly appreciate it. Enjoy the event. Yeah, hey folks, just bear with me as I work through getting everything lined up here. We are in standby mode right now, and Tesla should be going live just a second. Look at those light beams that they're showing. Awesome. Okay.
Hold on.
Let me know. It should be playing. I can definitely see my cool. Dave, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Okay, buddy. It's going. It's hard to kind of make sure everybody.
In the future, there will be no straws, I promise. Los Angeles, November 2019. The skies are polluted. The world is addicted to oil. But we're here to offer a solution. The Cybertruck. The #1 mode of transport for a cyber girl. The greatest evolution in vehicular, fashion, and function. I now present to you my creator.
Welcome to the Cybertruck unveil. I love you guys too. I love you guys too. Hey. Trucks have been the same for a very long time. For like 100 years. Trucks have been basically the same. We want to try something different. Let's show you what trucks have, you see trucks all the time, but as a reminder, what do they look like? Yeah, so sorry to, this is a trial. This is a trial. Please bear with us. So it's actually hard to tell. It's hard to tell which is which, really. I took the brands off. We took the brands off, but it's hard to tell which is which with the brands off. They'll pretty much look the same. We need something different, and we need sustainable energy now. If we don't have a pickup truck, we can't solve it. The #1 selling truck, a vehicle in America, top 3 selling vehicles in America are pickup trucks. We have to, if to solve sustainable energy, we have to have a pickup truck. So I present to you the Cybertruck. Doesn't look like anything else. So we'll start off with the size, the dimensions, and the inspiration. So the functionality I'm going to describe is within a space that is less than the most popular pickup truck in the United States, the F-150. So we didn't cheat in either width, height, or length. And we're able to achieve much greater capability in the same dimensions, same weight. Yeah. Part of this is the fundamental design change. We moved the mass to the outside. We created an exoskeleton. So normally, the way that a truck is designed, you have a body on frame, you have a bed on frame, and the body and the bed don't do anything useful. They're carried like cargo, like a sack of potatoes. It was the way that aircraft used to be designed, when they had biplanes, basically. The key to creating an effective monoplane was a stressed skin design. You move the stress to the outside skin. It allows you to do things that you can't do with a body on frame. So we're able to make the skin out of thick, ultra hard stainless steel. It's really hard. I'm going to show you just how hard. So Franz has a sledgehammer. Yeah, don't hold back. Okay. Yeah. The regular truck door. Go, do it. Yeah. Yeah, it had a couple times. Want to hit it again? All right. Yeah, nice. Now I have the Cybertruck. Same thing. Hit it harder. Really wind up. Nail it. Yeah.
It's pretty strong.
Very strong. So if you think about like a truck, you want a truck that's tough. You want a truck that's really tough, not fake tough. For a truck you can take a sledgehammer to. Truck that won't scratch, doesn't bend. What else can we do with this truck? What if we shot it? Let's shoot it. Guy, OSHA. I mean, come on. So that's a 9mm bullet shot at the door. We're in California, unfortunately. But the 9mm, it is literally bulletproof to a 9mm handgun. That's how strong the skin is. So it's ultra hard, cold rolled stainless steel alloy that we've developed. We're going to be using the same alloy in the Starship rocket and in the Cybertruck. Yeah, you're welcome. So on the right, that's like normal truck doors, like might as well be made of tissue paper. That looks like a paintball. Very different. So, you know, when you say something's built tough, that's what we mean. What about the glass? Seems like a vulnerability. Yeah. Transparent metal glass. Yeah, right. Let's show some of the tests. What can we do with this? All right. Let's show the glass demo. There you go. So first, this is regular glass. This is like normal glass, car glass. I want to show you what happens with normal car glass. Shatters immediately with a little ball. Now I'll show you Tesla Armor glass. Nothing. Yeah. But it's kind of a small ball though. Let's maybe like do it at a bigger height with this. Yeah. So still down there. I guess. Yeah, not bad. A bigger ball. Yeah. Franz, could you try to break this glass, please? Yeah. Sure? Yeah. Oh my fucking god. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. Should we try it? Sorry? Okay. It didn't go through. So that's a plus side. Let's try the right. Try that one, really? Okay. So. Oh man, it didn't go through. Alright. Not bad. The room for improvement. Alright, let's see. So, yeah. We would actually throw everything. We threw wrenches, we threw everything. We even literally threw the kitchen sink at the glass, and it didn't break. For some weird reason it broke now. I don't know why. You know, just fix it in post. So, in addition, the car has an adaptive air suspension. It's literally built, adaptive air suspension. So this will come standard on all the cars. I think this is actually a very important design element because if you have if every truck has the ability to adjust the ride height, so you can go very low or very high, so you can be efficient on the highway, and you can also go off-roading. It's going to have the highest clearance of any production truck. So we're going to have about a 16-inch clearance, and you can adjust this on the fly. So it's adaptive damping and adaptive ride height. These are actually extremely important for a truck. Because trucks, when you only drive them, they're either too cushy or they're too hard. You need it to be able to adjust dynamically depending on what the load is. If you've got a lot of people on board, if you've got a full bed in the back, it's got to adjust accordingly. So, yeah. Let's talk about the, we call it the Vault, Cybertruck Vault. So, let's see. let's demo this active. So yeah. So the rear is 100 cubic feet, 6.5 foot length, bed length, up to 3,500 pounds payload. Yeah. And it can tow. But what about a real world test? Like let's actually have a tug of war here with an F-150. So you can see, we're see which one can pull which. Let's do the tug of war video. I mean, yeah, it was uphill. So let's see on-road performance. Now let's see how does this compare to a Porsche 911? Okay, we're gonna give the Porsche a little bit of a head start. Yeah, this is a current edition Porsche. And this is the actual truck. This is not CGI. In terms of off-road performance, it's going to have the best angular approach angle, best clearance heights, best departure angle. For people that really like going off-road, this is going to be great. You can basically do the Baja Rally in this thing. We have 3 ranges. So, yeah. So obviously it'll have access to all the superchargers, be capable of more than 250 kilowatts. We'll reveal the actual number later. And it has onboard outlets for 110 and 220 volts. So you don't need a generator. The truck literally is your generator. And as a little plus, because it's got an air suspension, we can tap off the air suspension, so you have a pneumatic source. You have the onboard air compressor. Of course, it will come with autopilot standard. Yeah. So the DOI 3 versions. But it's gonna. That's the price without any incentives. That's just like the price without any incentives. But the actual economics are even better than that because the cost of electricity is much less than the cost of gasoline. So when you look at the actual cost of ownership here, it's you're paying much less for electricity than you are for gasoline. You're paying much less for maintenance. There's no oil changes, no smog checks, no nothing, none of that stuff. So your maintenance is low, your cost of operations is low, and so it's actually comparable to a gasoline truck that's $10,000 to $15,000 less. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so you can order now if you would like. Tesla.com/Cybertruck. Oh, I should say also, we're going to be offering rides in this all night. Yeah, don't mind the glass. So, anyway, thank you guys for coming. It's going to be a great party, and you'll love riding around this thing. It's great. All right, thank you. Oh, wait. We have, should we do the, oh yeah, we also made an ATV, so. I'll bring it out. So you can see the truck. This is what I mean by the adaptive air suspension. Yeah, this works, by the way. So the adaptive air suspension, you can drop real low. You go high on the other side, just pull this load mode. So you got load mode, you got a built-in ramp. So you can take an ATV or dirt bike, whatever you want, and load it on the back. Yes. Oh, and it's currently plugged in and charging. Yeah. Feel like the car is adjusting itself. So you go like real tight on the freeway, and you can go way high off-roading. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
What the heck did we just see? Am I losing my mind? Are you guys with me? Do you believe that is the real Cybertruck? I was hoping for maybe a little more traditional, but a little different. This completely blows me away. I don't know anybody that would even come close to putting money down on this and driving this on the road. I would have loved to see a little bit of the interior and a little more of the bells and whistles about the truck. But all in all, I don't think this one is very appealing to most. Comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking right now, folks. This is crazy. I don't think anybody expected this. Yeah, no doubt, Fred. Totally embarrassing. I can't even believe that that's what all the hype was about. Listen, Tesla has done some great things. Elon's a visionary. The Model 3, the Model S, the Model X, all are awesome vehicles. But I'm not sure where this one falls into place, folks. Boy, oh boy, if this is really what they're going after, Rivian's going to blow them out of the water, and so will Ford. This is not a traditional truck that is going to be made for the everyday folks. Let me know. I agree, Steve. Rivian definitely did win on that one. Holy cow. I'm in shock. I wish I could have return audio from all you folks just to hear what you're thinking right now. This is crazy. So I didn't even get a chance to write down any of the specs because I was just too busy watching and a little mind-boggled. But 500 plus miles of range is what I saw on one of them. I think it was 250, 3 something, and 500 plus. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Yeah, it looks like a tank for sure. Rivian's the winner, Kevin. I agree. Alan's stock is tanking. Is that just in relation to the look of the truck? We'll have to see what the stock looks like tomorrow, or before after hours trading. We'll see what happens. But boy, oh boy, I agree. AAA, it was disappointing for sure. Black Bear, I thought it was a joke as well. Andrew, T is for tech. I agree. Maybe in 100 years it might be cool when the Earth is all rotted and we're in Terminator mode or whatever the T-2000 whatever that movie was. But I'm not sure this is for us right now. Big fail. Variant tops. I agree. That was 250 kilowatt hours of charging. Yep, that was in there for sure. Fred, Ford Raptor. I agree. You probably should hold on to that until Rivian releases theirs, and then you should go pick up a Rivian. Because if you're doing a Raptor, you can certainly do a Rivian, and if you haven't checked out that truck, you have to do it. What do you guys think the metal's going to look like? Is it going to turn into like a patini type look after it gets, salt and rain and all that stuff on it, or how do you think that's going to hold up? What other colors is it going to be on? Who went down to the website to go look and see what they can order if there were any options, or should we even try and do that now? Let's see if I can pull that up. Who's glad that they didn't go to the event and waste all that time and money? All right, we can order it now. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Can you guys see my screen okay? And also no quad motor, so I was wrong. Everything is just a dual motor. Yes, the four-wheeler was electric variant. Yep, sure was. Due today, $100. Who's ordering it? I'm going to get the tri-motor. Okay, 3 motors. 500 plus range. So there's nothing else showing here. You could buy it today. It's fully refundable. You could add self-driving for $7 grand. So we're talking a $76,000 truck for the full maxed out version of this thing. Holy smokes. Rivian starts at 72. So what do you think, guys? I mean, comment down below. Yeah, it does look like a Bollinger and DeLorean. Blind spots. Hey, how many cameras do you guys think that thing had on there? Crazy, crazy. Hey, I can't thank you all for taking some time and joining me tonight for the event. I appreciate everybody's comments. Yep, 7,500 towing, yep. I appreciate everybody's comments and taking time out to spend here with the Buzz. And please, guys, if you haven't done so already, check out the channel. Please subscribe. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I truly look forward to future videos and you guys joining me in this adventure of electric vehicles. And there's so much more to talk about. I don't know if I'm even going to do a video about this thing. I guess if I don't, I'd be silly to, because there are so many things to talk about. But certainly in awe. Dodge Rebel, Tesla swap. Yep. Fugly. I don't disagree with you. Hey, Pedro, I hate to say this, but because I'm a big Tesla fan, but if you're interested in a truck, you need to go check out Rivian. It's a really sweet truck and would be in your price range. Hey, dog lover, hey, me too, man. I got a brown lab. Didn't show anything about the interior. I pulled up the website, and there is just nothing here except for the Cybertruck image and a few options. That is it. Stealth, I agree. It was sad. It was sad. Robbins. Price was really good. I don't have a problem with it at all. I just don't know how practical it is. I would have loved to see the inside of the vehicle a little bit. And usually what they do, and we'll see some YouTubers post some of their rides and maybe get some glimpse of the interior. But right now, I don't know, man. I don't see it. I agree, Shannon. Need to see the interior. Need to see what that looks like. Hopefully later on tonight, you're going to see some people going live that are driving the trucks. But as of right now, I'm just not into it. Maybe there's something on the interior that's going to completely change all of our minds. It'll be interesting to see. Kevin, because that's what Tesla does, man. They take deposits, and even if they did announce availability, they more than likely would miss that target. And I just don't see this being a full production vehicle like the Model 3 or the S or the X. I think it's going to be a very limited production. And, where are they going to build this at? Are they going to build it in the same factory where they're building the semis? I'm not sure, man. Hey, Pedro, I don't disagree. If it looked a little more like a truck, like a little more appealing, I think it would have gone a long way. I think they still could have done some of the cool things, but made it look a little more traditional. Not that traditional is what we want to see. I was expecting something a little bit off, but a little more closer to an actual pickup truck. Specs do seem solid, Jason, John. Absolutely, agreed on the design revamp for sure. Man, you guys are awesome. This is a great conversation everybody's having. Truly appreciate everybody everybody doing a little bit of discussion and comments. This is awesome. What? They didn't roll nothing else out. You're kidding, right? Yeah, he's kidding. Pedro, you were going to buy one? Man, you need to go check out Rivian. You're not buying this thing. Hey, Steve. I didn't think I was going to make it through the night without one of those. Freddie, I think we're all saying the same thing. It has to be a joke. Model S, awesome. Yeah, the angled roof was odd. I wonder what kind of drag coefficient they're going to get, Kevin, with that kind of design. Obviously, if they're getting 500 plus miles with a tri-motor design, the coefficient must be fairly low. Yep, saw the logo. They filed for a patent for the logo, Freddie. You can go check it out. Yeah, Pedro, definitely do that for sure. Yep, dog lover. Yep, Elon, likes his toys, so he definitely had some flamethrowers. It'll be interesting what Ford has, but I'll tell you, I am a little bit disappointed in the new Mustang. Mustang isn't a crossover, man, and I'm going to be doing a little video on this one here in just a day or two to talk about that because as a Mustang kind of guy, I don't think it should have been made into a crossover or SUV, CUV, whatever you want to call it, but I think it would have been much more appreciated by by Mustang lovers if it was an actual car. They should have named it something different. Freddie, I agree. The crowd, they were like, this can't be real. There was dead silence for a few moments, and then they went on and hurrah Elon. Trey mindless. I hear you, man. Yeah, Madness, I agree. I don't think they expected the glass to break. That one, I think that one might go down as the epic failure in this event. Yeah, agreed, Kevin. That's what I was just saying. The Mustang Mach-E should never have been named Mustang or the Mach-E. If you go back to like the 60s with the fastbacks and the 2+2s, those are what the Machs were. And for them to convert that name into an SUV, I just think it was the wrong move. They should have named it something else, maybe a Falcon or something along those lines. But it is reported that a lot of Mustang lovers were just not, or fans were just not happy with the way that they converted that Mustang into an SUV. Yeah, Tim, he was sort of running off the stage, wasn't he? He wasn't hanging around. He thought maybe he was going to get some water thrown at him or something. Yeah, no, the Mustang fans are not happy, that's for sure. Yeah, I didn't dig into it that much, Trey. I'll have to look and see exactly what is with that design. But, I mean, it looks nice. I just wish they would have named it something different. Ah, that's a really good point. What is this? Wants a new vehicle? Yeah. Maybe that could be something. Maybe Elon blocked all the cell signals so they couldn't live stream it. It just didn't look like that car or that truck was even ready to be driven. So that's going to be something. And I don't know why the rush. It just seems like they do this every year now, and it's not really. They're not ready. They need to focus on some other things. A focus? I don't know about that, but yeah. You guys are awesome. I like the bed cover, but I think that should have all been motorized. You know, the tailgate should have been automatic. It should have unfolded and folded back up. Did you see that guy trying to lift that tailgate up? That thing must have weighed 500 pounds. It should have been automatic. The truck clearly was not ready for any kind of reveal. It wasn't. It didn't have the bells and whistles that it should have. So, retractable cover should have been electric. All that stuff. Agreed. Agreed. I think it was a first draft myself. That thing was nowhere near ready. Agreed. You think so, John? Even if the tech and interior, I mean, the tech's going to be pretty much the same that you find in all the Teslas. They didn't revamp that, so I think you're going to get a 17-inch screen. You're going to get autopilot enhanced pilots. What I wish they would have gone over is did he use LiDAR this time, or did he stick with radar and GPS? How many cameras were on the thing? So I think some of that tech specs needed to be presented in there just to give us an idea of what it actually is going to look like. I would think the interior is a little more rugged. Of course, because he did mention off-road. But yeah, I guess. Yeah, no mirrors. Headlights, the taillights were there. Headlights were there. I don't know, man. Kevin, you think the Mach-E is going to sell well? I hope so. Good for Ford. They definitely need to do something. Yeah, I agree, man. That tailgate needed to be automatic. There's no way in the world that mom's going to lift up that tailgate. Late 2021, huh? So maybe you'll see it in 2022, possibly. Yeah, law still requires the mirrors. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, agreed, Kevin. I don't think there's going to be much in there either, man. There's going to be one touchscreen and not a whole lot else. I could bring up the page. I could see if we could find out where it says. Better utility than a truck with more performance than a sports car is the tagline now. All right, they just threw up some more images because these were not here just a little while ago. Man, maybe it would be nice to have, oh no, a trailer on this thing too now? Maybe it doesn't look as bad. Hey, there we go. Oh boy, copying off a Rivian here. Look at that. Could you imagine driving around town in this thing? I don't know. My daughter might like it. I don't know. Zero to 60 in as little as 2.9 seconds. I don't know. Looking at these pictures, they do look pretty cool. I don't know if it was maybe the show or just these renderings are a little more in tune to the finished product or what it's going to look like. But again, I still don't think it's appealing to most. 3-seater up front, that's pretty cool. If they actually do that. 3-seater in the back, so 6 people. Sorry, it keeps wanting to flip here. What do you guys think about the interior? It's got the Model 3 screen. It's got the Roadster steering wheel. It's got the Rivian tent and cooking kitchen out there. There you go. Look at that. It looks like it can float. Yeah, definitely a head turner, but not for good reasons. Okay, yeah, I definitely see that. Yeah, I agree. I agree, John. Nope, no center console, man. Just wide open. You're going to jump in that thing, and that's it. Maybe there's a long dashboard somewhere in there. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. T is for tech. I think the tent thing is cool. I think they copied that right out of Rivian's book, along with the kitchen, but that's okay. Yeah, it does, Caleb. I agree. Yeah, it is a little cheaper than expected, but if you look at the specs on the $39,000 car, it's a single motor. There's not a whole lot there, but if that's where you want to get into at that price point, it certainly can happen. Yeah, it does look Mad Max. Absolutely. Yeah, so no, it has dual motors. Let me bring that back up because there was a couple different ways you could do. So you got a single motor rear-wheel drive, a dual motor all-wheel drive, and then you have a tri-motor. I would love to know what that looks like. I don't know why you would pick a tri-motor. Yeah, I guess so. There'll be probably 2 in the rear, and then 1 probably for the front to drive both of those. Dual motor all-wheel drive. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to really see the specs on that to say whether or not it'd be worth that extra bucks. But yeah, so there's some of the specs there. It's funny, it says autopilot standard, but there was a $7,000 price adjustment for that. Oops. Let's order it now. Anybody want to give me $100 so I can put an order in on this thing, and I'll share it with everybody, and we can drive around in 2022 maybe, and see how this thing does. Anybody in? Take a collection of maybe $5 a person or something, and see if we can get $100 to put an order in on this thing. Anybody down for that? What do you guys think? No takers? Yeah, I agree. Yep. They would keep the single motor in the rear, absolutely, to keep consistent in production. I wonder what kind of chassis it's sitting on, because that you're talking to build from the ground up, and most of who've been following Tesla, when they built the Model 3 and they had to do it from the ground up, it took them forever, and the first early productions were not really all that great. So it would be interesting to see how they're going to do that, because I think that's a major build. I mean, look, it's been 2 years since they announced the Tesla truck or the semi, and they still don't have that either. Yeah, whatever you want to contribute, man. We'll all pitch in, collect $100, put the deposit in, and when it comes down, we'll have to take another collection. When we take deliveries, everybody gets their fair share, and we'll share it with everybody. Sound like fun? Hey, Tesla's already emailing me, asking me if I'm putting an order in. Yep, 7,500. For the mileage, 500. I think that's a pretty good range. Yeah, the ATV hasn't been listed yet, so that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Yeah, great point, Wink. I don't know, man, because it didn't look like in the interior pictures. Here, I'll bring those up again. In the interior pictures, it did not look like. Whoops, where'd you go here? There is going to be any room for the tools. It's just going to be an open space for you to dump them in, but it didn't look like there was much storage. That's a great point. The dashboard looks like it's some kind of marble. Awesome. Or maybe some titanium. But yeah, I mean, in the bed, there didn't look like there was a whole lot of any kind of storage bins or anything in there. That's crazy. Yep, 75 grand. If you get the tri-motor and you add in the full self-driving, we could all afford it, man. We could pitch in. Yeah, I agree with the build of that truck. I'm telling you guys, like I said, I love Tesla, but the Rivian R1T pickup truck, quad motor, that thing is built, man, and it has storage, it has all those things, and it's appealing for the eye. And you know, I brought my wife down to the event Normal with me, and she absolutely loved it. But yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of preference, I guess. Everybody has their own. I agree, Kevin. Rivian is way more functional as a truck, and probably would fit in most people's daily lives much better than the Cybertruck here does. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. T is for tech. Where does that thing roll up into? I didn't see it. Well, Wink, they say it's a real product. You can order it if you want. I'm trying to get a pot going here. Everybody pitch in. We can place an order. It's only $100, and we'll get it in sometime in 2022 maybe. But yeah, they're saying it's a real product. Hey, what kind of vehicle do you want? What are you looking for? Wants a new vehicle? Yeah, Aiden, I don't disagree with you, man. Don't disagree with you. And actually, I had some time with RJ Scaringe when I was down in Normal, and we talked about a handful of things. But they're a serious company. They really took their time looking at that truck, making sure that they went over every nook and cranny. And it shows. When you actually see the car, it shows. It is well thought out, for sure. Yeah, hey, wants a new vehicle. Model X would certainly be nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you're going to do that, I would also suggest you look at the R1S as well, too. Steam Leo, you ordered it already? Are you serious? You didn't pitch in with the rest of us? I thought we were going to do this together. Yeah, Stealth, I agree. If I was balling, I'd probably get one just to have one, too. This looks like something like those guys, you know, that build those radical trucks, like they're like dune buggies or whatever. And you would take this thing in the desert and just like beat it up, and you know, almost do like a, it's not a dune buggy race or whatever they do in the deserts and in those types of races. I think this truck would be perfect for that. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, put a comment down below so everybody can understand it. Yeah, yeah, wink. What's for for a side chick or for a side kick? We'll pitch in for the 4-wheeler too, right? That's got to come with it. They had to put both of those out at the same time. I can't believe it's not online yet. Hey, has anybody seen any live videos of the interior or any test drives? I wonder how many of them they built, because it doesn't look like they're going to be taking that one for a test drive because with the windows broken. Mojave races. Yeah, wink. There you go. That's what this truck is. It's a Mojave truck, man. Who agrees with that? Enigma, no, they didn't say anything about colors. It looks like it's just going to come in the titanium. Yeah, those Mojave races are cool, man. I'd like to do that actually one time. All right, so Steam Leo's in, man. He's going to pitch in. Okay, keep us posted if you see anything. I'll probably be searching around a little bit tonight, but it's getting late. I got to work in the morning. I don't know about you guys. With the brushed steel exterior, yeah, that's about all I think that they're going to do. Because if they put paint on it and if they demoed it like, you know, with Franz smashing it, the paint's not going to withstand that at all. That's a Burning Man truck, yeah. Tall DeLorean, yep. Yep. Hey, but who don't like Back to the Future, man? That car is, the DeLorean is awesome. Yeah, I agree, Andrew Tees for Tech. I don't think they could put paint on it. There's no way. Hey, who's on the East Coast right now? Zappu Fast. Yeah, go Rivian, absolutely. Listen, I want Tesla to do well too, but this was just a little disappointing for me. I thought it'd be better. Yeah, right, Andrew. I can't. Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to prove out there today with the glass and smashing the truck and with the sledge and all that kind of stuff. Wants a new vehicles, Eastern, man. You got to work in the morning? Well, it is morning for you already. Heck, you might as well just stay up, get a cup of coffee. Cleveland. Absolutely, man. I'm not too far from you. Chattanooga. Travis, what's up? Yeah. Folk Blues liked it, man. Trey Mindless, that truck definitely wasn't ready for production. There was all kinds of things missing on it. I agree. There was no reflectors. There was no mirrors. There wasn't anything on that truck. And actually, here, let me pull up the renderings again. I don't think I see anything. No mirrors. No reflectors. And I think it has to have a turn signal now on the front fenders, so somebody can see you, you know, from behind. Yeah, you're right. No reflectors, no anything. So they're not going to pass that one. Unless they know something we don't, something that's changed. That looks pretty cool, though. I like the tent look. Not too crazy about that. That looks cool. I'd do that. I'd take the daughter and the wife camping in that thing. Yeah, that's a great point, Kevin. I don't know, man. Travis, I hear you, man. I'm disappointed too. I'm a huge Tesla fan, obviously. You don't think so, Trey Mindless? You think the truck isn't real? It's out there, man. You can order it. It's got to be real. Look at those renderings. The renderings look cool. But I just think that there's a lot of work to do on this thing. We'd be lucky to see this thing in 2 years. APS, how you doing? Did you enjoy the event? No, no side lights at all. That's what I'm saying. I think those are required too. Yeah, and I'm not sure even why you would want or need glass like that. That's what I mean. Like, this is just not a traditional, I don't even want to call it family. I'll just call it a consumer vehicle. I'm not really sure. Yeah, super fast. I hear you on that one. That's typically what happens. But usually it's everything and then they dumb it down like you say, but I think that this one was missing a lot. Yeah, of course there's going to be some modifications for sure. Third brake light. Do you need those now? Is that regulation? Man, oh man. Your Nissan Frontier. That's all right. Those are nice too. Yeah, he did say that. More like an armored personal carrier, right? So who's gonna who's gonna drive a tank? Essentially, is what you're saying around town. I think I forgot who said it earlier, but you know, if you were balling and had a bunch of dough, maybe it's a cool thing to do. Are we playing Chalupa? Yeah, sure, why not? Third light is required since 1985? No kidding. I got you, Stealth. It's required. No kidding. Jeez. Yeah, so they'll have a lot of modifications to do over the course of that, year and a half time span when they think that they're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. So that'll be interesting. You guys are awesome. Great conversation. Yeah, Don, Franz designed it. I agree. They did push the envelope a little bit too far. I think a little more conservative would have worked out really well in here. North side of St. Louis. Hey, man, been there. I know what you mean. Oh, hey, T is for Tech just made an update. It's not required in 2121. Yeah, because we're supposed to be, the Tesla cars will actually be flying at that point, Andrew. That's funny. Yeah, he did. He did say that. It wasn't going to be for everybody. But that's my point that I made earlier. If they're really trying to get into the market, you saw in the beginning where Elon had the 3 trucks up. They're the top selling trucks are the top selling vehicle in the United States. Obviously, they want to try and get into that market. I don't think that this truck does it at all. I think it's far from that. I think it'll be a very, very niche market, and they're going to have to really pull some strings to get people to buy this truck. And I think it's going to be a very, very limited production. Maybe something like the Roadster will be. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, Paraleth. Yeah, I get you. A truck wasn't made for a family sedan for Sunday driving. I agree. It's made to be a workhorse. It's made to do certain things. But the problem with that is in today's society, a lot of people own trucks just to own trucks. Crap, I drive down an expressway, and I'm sure more of you guys do as well. And I swear, there's almost as many trucks as there are cars on the road. I think people just like a bigger vehicle, but it's sort of turning into that. It's not so much used just for work anymore. It is a leisure vehicle. People just like you know, a big truck with big tires that they can rumble down the road in. What do you guys think about that? Do you agree or disagree? Buy a BB gun? Yeah, hey, LRG, I'm waiting for that too, man. As soon as it hits, I'm going to be dipping into that a little bit because I think that truck's going to do really well, and I think the SUV is going to do really well. And if you haven't heard, there's been some sightings and some speculation that they actually have a car that was being prototyped as well. So, yeah, Rivian IPO, man, we'll have to wait and hear about that. But I would assume either right before they start producing or right shortly after, which is going to be late next year, 2020. It'll be interesting to see where they go, for sure. John, a lot of women seem to like this truck. Where do you see that post at? But women do. Women do love trucks. They like a big vehicle. It makes them feel safer. Some of these little SUVs that are driving around, you know, they don't feel that safe in them. But for sure, my wife does like a bigger car, SUV or whatever it is. I agree. Yeah. Hey, Andrew, T's for Tech. Absolutely. And the size of it compared to current trucks. Here, let me bring it up for you, man. Yeah, hey, the body shop isn't going to be able to work on that thing. There's no way. John, you haven't seen Rivian? Dude, go to my channel. I just did I have 2 videos for Rivian. Go check them out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. They are taking over the Mitsubishi plant in Normal, Illinois. And that's where they'll be doing their full production. But they have engineering out across the pond. They have some in Michigan, and then they have a office in California. But yeah, you got to go check it out. I'm telling you, I got 2 videos that I did. It is a pretty awesome truck. Go check it out, and there's plenty more on YouTube as well. But yeah, please stay on my channel. Go check it out. Time will tell, but got to hop off. Hey, Stell, thank you so much for tuning in. Truly appreciate it. Hey, hit me up anytime, all right? Appreciate you. Skirminch said 6 Rivian vehicles by 2025. Yep, there you go, Kevin. So, like I said, so right now they got 2 main vehicles. It's the R1T and the R1S. And then, like I said, I just literally saw maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago a prototype car running around. So that's going to be cool. Yeah, it starts around 70K for the Rivian. And that's the bigger one. There will be a model that will be a little bit cheaper than that. But that's right in line with like the big Ford trucks, and of course where this one's going to be when you outfit it. Yeah, that one's going to be a tough one, Andrew. I have no idea. It will not be cheap to fix that thing. But I guess the idea behind it is they're going to build it like a tank. You won't have to worry about fixing it. Yeah, please do, John. I would truly appreciate that for sure, man. Hey, and you can always comment down below. Listen, I'm not perfect. I'm sort of new at this whole thing. But I try to do the best I can with the time I have to do it. Truly appreciate it. Yeah, well, hopefully not, man. I mean, I had a shopping cart slam into my Model 3 a couple weeks back, and I'm still trying to work with the insurance company to get it fixed. And it put a nice little dent, so I guess you wouldn't even have to worry about that thing, man. You just park it wherever, let somebody ding it with their door. Their door would probably get hurt before your car would, so. Kevin, I saw it in a post somewhere. I don't remember where. It was a real small snippet. There wasn't a whole lot. There wasn't an article associated with it. It was just like, hey, it looks like Rivian's producing a car. There was a picture. It was the Rivian blue, the same blue that's in my last video for Rivian when I went down the normal. I could probably pull it up for you, but it'd take me some time to dig around for it. But yeah, I just saw it in a post somewhere. I agree. I think people are going to buy this truck just to say, look what I have. And you know it's going to be all the YouTubers out there. They're going to go out and get this thing, and just so they can produce some videos on it. But yeah, I just don't see it being very practical, man. But you bet, people are gonna buy it. There's no doubt about it. The ballers, the people with some money, and you know, it just doesn't seem practical. I don't think it's gonna fit in any garage. It certainly isn't gonna fit in mine. Yeah, hey, CNC 145. I don't disagree, man. I think that is a and that's sort of what I said earlier on. I don't know if you were on or not, but I said, hey, is this thing made for the military? Because I think it would be a perfect truck for them. And really, if you look at it, is it sort of Hummer-esque like? Maybe the new future of Hummer? What do you think about that? Oh yeah, for sure, man. You'd be the talk of the town if you bought one as a contractor driving that thing around. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, so you're gonna buy it, man, and park it at a gas pump. Yeah, you know, that's a whole nother crazy thing with EVs and everybody else with these big trucks. And I think, you know, these big diesels, and these guys are serious about their cars and they love them. And you know, everybody's seen the posts online, you know, about them getting blocked out of parking spots and all this. I just don't know, man, if people are going to actually jump ship to this. But this may be the truck that appeals to those guys because it's a different look. Yeah, see, I knew it does look a little bit like the Hummer, right? So, but a little more futuristic of a Hummer. So maybe that's a ploy for Tesla and Elon, is get this thing into some military hands, build it up a little bit more. I think as it sits right now, that thing might be more. It might be safer than the Hummer with the glass and everything else. That's an interesting concept to think about. Kevin, if Tesla wants sell high volume with Cybertruck, if they expected it to be low volume, the price would be much higher. Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. I wonder in the next 3 weeks what the orders are going to be. Bloomberg will probably have their tracker out. I'll be certainly checking out that and see what it looks like. But you might have a point there, Kevin. You might have a point. Yes, you can, or maybe even drive right over them. Good point, Andrew. Good point. Military won't touch it. 9mm, but a rifle round is going to zip right through it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. For Jeep, really? You think it's competition for Jeep? Yeah, mall mall cops. Well, hell, with the way things are today, man, it's crazy out there. And yeah, for sure, there's a lot of things that this thing can fit into. Yeah, I agree. It would make it for fun. That's why I said I would do those Mojave races with that thing. I think that thing would tear it up. That would be fun to drive it through one of those Mojave desert races. It'd be really cool. Maybe we should all pitch in and do that, man. We'll take it down to Arizona somewhere, take this off the track. Steve, man, did you check out? Did you go to bed already? Hey, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us. I truly appreciate it. And hey, for those of you who are on the stream still, go check out Andrew's channel, man. T's for Tech. He does a lot of tech review things and does a great job out there. So Thanks for joining, Andrew. Truly appreciate it. We'll be in touch, man. Yeah, the races, man. We don't have to race. We'll just go out there and do it ourselves. We don't have to be in a race, but the Mojave race or that type of course and obstacles would be really cool to put that truck through, test out and see how it does. Bottom bass fishing one. Really? Baja races. Yes, thank you. Baja races. That's it. Not the Mojave races, the Baja races. That's awesome. Yeah, no problem, Andrew. Thank you so much for taking your time out tonight. That was one thing that we did not find out is where did the rear bed roll into. I didn't see it. Let me pull up that picture again. It didn't really say where it rolled up into, but I'm guessing. I don't know, man. It almost has to roll up into the roof, but that's a glass roof, so I don't know where it goes. I must have missed it in the event, the live event. I don't even know if they showed it because I was trying to make sure I was able to stream the video for you guys correctly. I don't know where it rolled into. Oh, behind the cab, really. So it must be. I wonder what kind of material that is to be able to have it roll like that, and how easy it is to break into it. So, like some other guys were saying, if they were to have tools or whatever, would they be able to break into it? APS, I don't know what that means, man. Help me out. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a pretty cool design. Just checking here something real quick. Yeah, awesome. Hey, you guys are all awesome for hanging out tonight. I truly appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, oh, it's got to have Century mode, right? Has to have it. Hey, everybody, on the way out, don't forget, man, hit the channel and go subscribe for me if you wouldn't mind. And, we could do these types of live events whenever something cool pops. I'd love to do them. I love interacting with everybody. It's a lot of fun just to hang out and chat for a few minutes. This is certainly a lot of fun. Lumber racks, okay. Yeah, that's a great question. I wonder what's going to happen because I tell you, nobody was expecting that glass to break at all. They were expecting that ball to bounce off. I think what happened is Franz got a hold of a larger ball than what he was supposed to throw at the window, and the impact. I mean, those stainless steel balls are heavy, but I don't know. I think somebody may get fired over that, or somebody screwed up in the little play that they were putting on stage and gave them the wrong equipment. That's funny. They definitely weren't expecting that. Who do you think should get fired over that? Elon? Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. You guys are awesome. A lot of fun. Fifth wheel option. Now you're talking. They actually could probably put that right in that bed. It certainly has the towing capacity to pull it for sure. Yep. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it fit right in there, man. But I wonder what the width is of that bed. Does it even say? Vault length 6.5 feet. 16 inches of ground clearance. That's pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't really say. There'll be some more specs coming out probably in the next couple days, I would assume. Hey, anybody see any live videos yet of anybody test driving this thing? Who's buying the Model Y? Anybody? Okay, I'll definitely take a look at that for sure. Yeah, like a rolling shutter type thing, right? And those are pretty much vandal proof. Yep. I don't know. You'd have to bolt that thing down to the bed. Ah, good point. The batteries. Yeah, and I wonder if they're using 2170 cells in that thing or not, or if they are putting something else in there. What size that battery pack is compared to the others. I don't think they actually gave us a spec on the battery pack. Let's see how many kilowatts it was. No, they didn't give anything on here. Yeah, so there's still a lot of specs to come out, and they probably don't even have that defined yet. Yeah, that's a good point, man. The batteries are probably right underneath. Kevin. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Twitter's probably going nuts right now. Yeah, I agree, man. The Model Y is too much like the Model 3 for me. Like I'm looking for another SUV, and I'm like, oh, it would be great. The X is just way too much and not really practical for me and the family. But the R1S definitely is the Rivian. But you're right. It's like having two Model 3s at that point with just a little bit bigger. So I'm not really too interested in a Model Y at this point. You'd buy the Model Y? Yeah. I mean, it's certainly a nice car. There's no doubt about it. But if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to get an SUV, I'm going to get something a little bit bigger. Hey, and don't forget, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I do a lot of posts out there too, so you guys can follow me that way, support the channel. I'd appreciate it as well. A hunting truck, yeah. Throw those dead animals right in the back, right? Stainless steel, just get a hose it down, and you're good to go, right? Oh man. Yeah, the roof is cool, and I'll tell you, even in the Model 3, it's pretty amazing because you don't realize when you have that much light coming into your car and just the overall view of when you're looking out, it really makes a big difference driving. I really love the windshield and the roof of the Model 3, and the Y is much like that for sure. Yeah, I would agree with that too. And the other thing you could do with that truck is you could just bring it through, you know, a car wash and let the thing slap all over it, and it's not even going to hurt the thing. And maybe Tesla did the stainless steel because they can't do a great job of paint. So they figured, hey, we're not going to mess this one up. We're just going to build a stainless steel so we don't have to worry about painting a thing and everybody complaining about it. So maybe that was another reason why. Yeah. Yeah, if you can go out and get your limits, man, you could throw 4 or 5 deers in the back of that thing, no problem. I'm not a hunter, though. Hey, anybody here that's in the Chicago area? Anybody? Bailed out of Illinois last year. Don't blame you at all, man. Nope, nothing special about the rims or the tires. San Diego, man, I'd love to be there right now. How's the weather? New York. I worked out there for about a year. Loved it. I was a lot younger back then, though, so I was able to handle it. Kevin, I agree with you 100% on that. That is a badass car. Oh, and the property taxes continue to go up, man. I moved out to Northwest Indiana a handful of years ago, and I still drive into the city for work every day. But there's no way you're getting me back in the city to pay those outrageous taxes. There's just no way, and it's gone up tremendously. Every year it does. So you out in the suburbs now? Yeah, I think Kevin too. I think that it was just they were just trying to get something that was just completely different and like nothing before. So that's where that's what he was aiming for. Okay, hey, sun is a good thing, man. I swear it's dark pretty much my entire day now for at least the next 4 or 5 months. So it's I'll take the sun anytime I get it. I leave for work, it's dark. I get home, it's dark. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, the truck's definitely cheaper than the F-150 for the base model, single motor. DeSoto. But it's matter of preference, man. And my opinion is sort of, and I don't know what you guys all think, but sometimes when I go and buy things like this, I don't necessarily buy the top of the line, but I try and get what I want out of the car. So I know everybody's always, hey, it's like when the standard range version of the Model 3 came out, they were looking for the $30,000 vehicle, and you sort of get what you pay for it. And some people are just fine with heck, crank up, roll up windows or whatever. But I tend to do a little bit more than just the average. I want some of the bells and whistles with it so I can enjoy the car while I'm driving it. But everybody has their preferences, man, for sure. Rural Missouri, man, awesome. I have friends, really, really good friends out in Missouri. We drive out there quite a bit, at least twice a year. No, Chicago's super high, and then anything in Cook County, which is basically Chicago proper, outrageous taxes, outrageous. Yeah, hey Callie, I hear you, brother. I know you guys get beat up too, man, but I think Chicago has one of the highest tax rates in the country, and I certainly don't want to debate that, here. But regardless of where you are, we all pay far too many taxes. And the blue collar folks sort of get it stuck to them. But yeah, taxes are just ridiculous. everywhere you go, anywhere you go. But I'm fairly happy where I'm at right now. Yeah, I feel bad for you guys out there in California, man. The rolling black, the outages, the fires. It's not pretty for you all. Yeah, you're definitely going to need something with some range. So just to put it in perspective, I am about 55 miles away from work one way. So I drive about 110 miles a day, and then plus whatever little running around I do after work. 310 miles of range, which I don't ever charge up to every day. I charge to about 75, 85% every day, is just enough. And I'm usually back home with 30 or 40%. It's certainly a lot less in the winter because of the cold, and batteries don't like cold. But you sort of just change your state of charge a little bit to compensate for that. But that is one thing that most people are afraid of when they talk about moving to an EV is the range and how's that going to work. I don't know if most of you guys here are EV owners or not, but I think that's one sort of myth that I'd like to bust. I never ever had range anxiety. If you plan accordingly and charge accordingly, you're going to be perfectly fine. And then you just got to stop. Just fill up like you would with gas, but a little bit more frequent. But you shouldn't have a problem. So you're going to need at least 300 miles of range minimal if you're going to buy an EV. Cali Valley, originally from Tippecanoe County, Indiana. Good for you, man. Go down there to the state park a couple times a year. That's awesome. The sunshine tax. Hey, you know what? You got to pay for that stuff, man. It doesn't come for free. You can come out here and live in the dark 6 months of the year. But I hear you. That's funny. I haven't heard that one before. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and there's in rural areas now. Don't forget, in the next couple of years, there is going to be a lot more charges available, especially out in rural areas. But you're right. I mean, you really got to make sure that you're planning your trips correctly, and make sure that you have, you're basically starting out with a full tank every time you walk out of the door. But for sure, that is a problem, and I know that that's been discussed with Ford, Rivian, Tesla, and all the other EV manufacturers. That they know that they have to get to the rural areas and get some chargers in place for you all, for sure. Yep. Ah, good for you, Kelly. 2-car EV household. Yeah. So, you're probably just driving local, and that's cool, man. But like I said, for me, I'm driving 55 miles one way. And then the car's sitting out there in the cold, which you guys don't have to worry about there. But it does some damage to the battery, man. I did a couple tests and I have some videos linked on my site that I lost like 30-40% just sitting there in a parking lot during the winter months, and it could be pretty brutal. Yeah, so it's not yeah, it is Walmart's. Yep, most of them do have, or not. No, it's Myers. Myers usually have all the Tesla superchargers, but don't forget, Tesla superchargers aren't the only chargers that can charge your EVs. There is a whole CCS network out there that has thousands and thousands of chargers. And also, if you guys are not aware, there's an app out there called PlugShare. Download it. It'll actually bring up people that have added their charging stations or their chargers at home to this app. And basically, you can call these people up, and I'm actually on there myself. And if you're in the area you need to charge, you call them up. They'll let you charge at their house and everything. It's really, really cool app. But it also shows all the CCS chargers along with the superchargers. So, yeah, there's a lot out there, I think, that people just don't know about. Adrian loves it, man. It's amazing. Looks like a Lamborghini Tesla truck. Let me see. Let me pull that image back up and see if it looks like a Lamborghini. Yeah, I mean, the front end looks pretty cool, man. Looks pretty cool. Flat front end. Big box like the Tesla Model 3 for the front fender. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know if I like the triangle look of the from the front end all the way to the back end. I'm not sure if I'm digging that or not. I don't know about a Lamborghini, man. It does. You guys are killing me. Oh, man, everybody's jumping on a Tesla bandwagon on Twitter, man. They're like, yeah, that was awesome. That truck rocks. I think for the majority of us here on the live stream, we're a little bit shocked about what came out. But Pontiac Aztek, yeah, man, it does. Totally. Totally. Yeah, the bed, from what everybody's saying, is the bed rolls up behind the rear seats in the back, behind the rear window. Yeah, I no doubt about it. See, what you got to do, man, is just get the girlfriend to move in with you. Yeah, don't ditch the girl, man. Just have her to move in with you. You'll kibosh that 90 miles right out of your life, man. Job's not a bad one to ditch either, but hey, man, we gotta be able to work to afford these fancy cars and trucks that we all love so much. Super Dad, what's up, man? That's awesome. Yeah, 40 grand. I don't disagree, Callie. There's some value add there. There's no doubt about it. 40 grand for any car nowadays doesn't really get you much. I mean, yes, of course you can buy a less expensive car, but in terms of tech and the things that can do, and it being an EV, 40 grand is a really really nice price point for sure. I mean, I think the Volt is or the Leaf is 40 grand, maybe even a little bit more expensive than that now. So I mean, the Jaguar I-Pace is like 80 grand, and I don't know what the Mach-E is going to be, but I assume it's going to be somewhere around that. So yeah, the price point is unbelievable. It truly is. All right, everybody, what do you think, man? It's about 10 to 12 Central Standard Time. Should we call it a night? Third pedal. What third pedal is that? The clutch? Are you a stick driver? Trust me, when you get into an electric vehicle and you slam on that accelerator, there's nothing like that, man. It is truly amazing. Yeah, clutch. Well, Kevin, that's what they're saying. So now, they bought another battery manufacturer, and they're upping production in Gigafactory, and then they're going to be producing more in Shanghai. Those battery costs are certainly going to come down, just like anything. Over time, technology catches up, and it's not as expensive. Had a 6-speed, nice. Wow. What kind of truck? When is the Tesla battery and drivetrain event? Is that something I missed? Ah, farm truck. All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah, they will. They also bought, oh man, why can't I think of the name? But they bought another big battery company 6 or so months ago, and they're also going to be making major changes to battery technology, no doubt about it. 27 Nissan Frontier. Okay, that's right. You said that earlier. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Finished product would be nice. Give it a little bit. Don't be like me. Don't be the first adopter of a new vehicle that comes out from Tesla. Wait a little bit. You could see that the Model 3 price came down substantially, and the same thing will happen with this car as well. But yeah, I would certainly wait to see how this thing ends up. And granted, you're 2 years away minimally from this truck even being available. The King cab, yeah. Extended cab with a completely, yeah, right. Yep. Big truck, man. Big truck. Hey, Ben. Yep, I could pull up some dimensions for you. I don't think it gives us everything, but it gives us some things here. So um, I'm just going to give you the full version here of the tri-motor. So 2.9 seconds, 0 to 60, 500 plus mile of range. I wonder what that plus is. Is it 505 or 510 or 530? So that would be interesting to find out what that is. 100 cubic feet of storage. Vault length, I think that's the bed length, is what they're calling it, is the 6.5 feet. Towing capacity, 14,000 pounds. Adaptive air suspension, ground clearance, approach angle, and departure angle. And that is everything that they're giving to us right now. And I think everything is going to stay the same except for towing capacity, but the overall truck dimensions stay the same. Okay, yep. I did a video on the Autonomous Day event. That was really cool, man. That was really cool. They got some smart people working for them. There's no doubt about it. No, you're right. It won't be the base model, just like they did with the Model 3. Everybody remembers that. It will not be available at launch. It's going to be the top end version, and then they'll work their way through production, and then they'll produce the the base model range a year or so after that. So that might even be 3+ years away by the time they get to that version of the truck. Yeah. Callie, agree with you, man. Yep, agreed. Yeah, we're getting ready to do a big remodel probably next year on the house, and I am trying to push Tesla for solar roof. We'll see how that ends up going, but it's certainly nice to get off the grid a little bit for sure. Hey, that's awesome, man. I hope, Jeb, you got some kids that you're having a look at that telescope while you guys go out camping. That's fantastic. Yeah, 501 miles. That'll probably be what it is, right? Yeah, 500 plus one. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah, Charles. Everybody has their opinion. There was a lot of it tonight, but I mean, it is a cool concept. It just didn't look that cool on stage tonight. It looks much better in the pictures, but on stage it didn't fare that well, in my opinion. Yeah, you're right, Jeb. The Model 3 sold like hotcakes, man. No doubt about it. Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right, Kevin. I think once we all take a step back from tonight, take a look at the video. That's why I don't want to rush into doing another video on this one. But I think once we take a step back, look at some of the specs, and actually look at the actual truck for what it is, it very well may grow on most of us. So it'll be interesting to see what is all set. I'm hoping to see some live action at some point tomorrow as far as the drive is concerned, the test drive is concerned, and really get an idea of what that interior looks like. But I think you're right. I think it could grow on you. So I'm going to pull out here, guys, in just a few minutes. It's a few minutes before midnight. And again, I really just want to say thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight on the live stream. Truly appreciate it. Do me a favor, guys, if you would, go out to the channel, subscribe for me, and would truly appreciate that. It helps me out, gives me some energy to get back into the seat and do these videos and these things for you guys. But I did want to say I can't thank you all enough for the participation in the comments. So much fun talking to you guys. Really is. Truly appreciate it. Y'all are a good bunch of folks, for sure. Oh, and feel free to reach out anytime, man. My email is linked to my my channel. I try and do what I can to answer everybody when I can. So love the talk, love the chat. I'm just a guy, just like all of you. So nobody's special, man. And I'm just a normal guy and love to chat about these types of things. So feel free to reach out anytime. We can do these live streams like this once a month or so just to have a chat. Would love to do that too. So Kevin, no, thank you. I appreciate it. It's my pleasure, man. You have a good night as well. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Everybody take care. Be safe out there. Enjoy your time with your friends and your family. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Take care now.